Ben here, and I'll be showing you how to make a scramble generator. It's a random move scramble generator in Python. So, first thing is create a new Python file. I'm just going to name it scramble generator. You can name it whatever you want. So the first thing is import the random library. So then, we haven't utilized it yet, that's why it's blacked out. So the next thing we're going to do is, I call these moves as a variable, mainly because that's what they are. So it's U, D, F, B, R, and L, and then this I call dir, which is, I say, direction, which is a blank, a prime, or a 2, because there can be a clockwise, counterclockwise, or 180-degree move for this. So now the next thing is going to be len, which is going to be the scramble length. So now, utilizing the random library, we're going to use a random integer. I'm just going to do 25 to 28 because I think that's pretty good for a length of a scramble. So now we're going to have a few functions that actually do this. So we're going to def scramble gen, which is going to be, we're going to be creating another list, which I'm going to name scramble, and these are all going to have a value of 0. And then it's going to, so we're going to make an array. So if we do this, so what I'm doing right here is, so this first part makes a list of something 25 through 28 of just 0, and then it's going to go through each and every 0 and make another 0. So if I change this to the scramble generator, then we can see right now I'm just going to do print scramble gen so we can actually see what's happening. So this is a list of, I don't know, 20 something zeros and zeros. So now we're actually going to change them so that they're not zeros anymore. So I call this scramble replace, and then we're putting in an array. So we're going to do another for loop of the length of this, and then the array at x sub 0 is going to be a random choice from moves. And it's important that the moves and direction are in the global scope. so that we can utilize it in here. So now this is going to give us a scramble. So if we do, okay, so we are going to print scramble replace of scrambled, not replace, but scrambled gen. And if we run that, you can see that there's actual letters and numbers in here. So here's the thing. When we see scrambles, like here, it's fine. It's fine because D, then U, then L, then D. Then here's the problem. There's a U right there and a U right there. And because that's U2U, then that's just U prime. So we are going to make a function to make sure that it's a valid kind of scramble. So this is going to use 2 for loops, and they're actually pretty simple. It's my fix on how to do this. So we're going to do in a range of 1 to the length of the array. And then we're doing while the array at x sub 0 is equal to the array at x minus 1 and 0. We are just going to replace that value with another move. So this is not it, but I'm just going to do that, and just to make it easier, I'm going to do s equals scramble replace of scrambled gen, and then in here we're going to do valid of s. That just makes it look a lot shorter and nicer. So now we can see there's a BR. So far it's looking all good, right? But with this, there's a problem that can still happen. It's there's a problem of like UDU prime or something like that. So now we have to test 2 values passed. So we're going to do another one, but we're testing at 2 to the length. And then we'll do something very similar. X sub 0 is equal to the array at x minus 2 and 0, or the array at x 0 is equal to the array at x minus 1 at 0. So the reason why I have this second part is because it can still happen where if it changes, then it doesn't do the first loop again. So we need to test for both of them. So at x sub 0, it's going to be a random choice of the moves. So Now we can test this again, and that's looking like an actual scramble. We can see that they're actual letters and they have nothing or a 2 or a prime. So now this doesn't look too pretty when we print it, so we're going to print it a lot nicer. So I call this sprint or it looks like sprint, but it's sprint for scramble print. And then it's taken in an array. Then it's going to use a for loop in the range of the length of the array. And we're going to print the string of the array sub x sub 0 plus the string of the array sub x sub 1, and we're going to make this look a little nicer with end equals a space. And now instead of print, we're going to use sprint. So now this should print a lot nicer. Look at that. It's an actual scramble. See that? It's so cool. I don't know. This was my solution to making a random move scramble generator in just 33 lines, it looks like, with some extra lines, but that's my solution. I haven't really seen other solutions online, so there's mine. Thanks.